maybe just my opinion, but the Shadow Raids are a little bit uneventful right now, and it might just be because we're waiting for Shadow Mewtwo. I think that's what everybody wants, right? Not to mention all of us being a little bit jaded, of course, from the recent remote raid nerfs. Is that recent? Anyway, here's a little note that is going to be like blinking the first time you see a Shadow Gym. They have all these instructions. They're just adding it on to, for instance, like Mega Evolving, any of those kind of tips that Pokemon Go has there in the bottom left. But okay, you can only enter a Shadow Gym and do the raid if you are local. So again, no remote raids, no remote inviting. There was certainly a lot of people looking to do this raid though, so this one little Machop is just gonna get decimated because there's like 14 or 15 people in this lobby. So yeah, it goes down really fast. 3666. Isn't that just the standard Machop CP as well? And I was reading around, like everybody posting their appraisals and whatnot for any of the regions that do have Shadow Raids right now. You can obviously see during it, the stands are filled with Team Go Rocket grunts and stuff, and they've got like the R flag banner. So that's all decked out Rocket style. I should just say real fast, in your winnings, of course, you can get the Shadow Shard right here. Now, what's weird about this is that, like, as this rolls out into your region, it seems that the Shadow Raids have actually been hitting before 10 a.m. your local time, at least over in New Zealand, over in some other places. And so the only reason that's significant is just because 10 a.m. local time is when you're then going to get the next step in Let's Go. That's the name of the research, of course, the special research. And that's the special research that we've kind of been waiting on for a long time, but that's going to complete out this. But yeah, like I was saying, seeing a lot of people posting their appraisals and things, it seems that there is like an IV floor of 6 and 6 and 6. Yeah, the mark of the beast. Okay. So here, speaking of Let's Go, like when you finally get to do it, he's just basically saying like, you talk to our team leaders, that's great. And they've noticed that Team Go Rocket's acting more suspicious than usual, but not really. And then he has the nerve to be like, hey, I visited the Silph Co. The nerve, right? Because Pokemon Go and the Silph Road, they kind of cut ties or whatever. I can only assume it was like under not good terms, but hey, that's speculation, all right? So here it is. Let's go. 5 out of 6. You can see that it's just a lot of tasks. Catch 25, defeat 3 Team Go Rocket grunts, 3 excellent throws, evolve 5 Pokemon, battle in a gym 3 times. I mean, you can do this in one day. I'm just saying, it's just sort of like, grunt work. I guess no pun intended. So when you finish that out, this is again really kind of feels uneventful, but here you go. This is now our preview of the Master Ball. So this is at least kind of cool. I like that they did this. It's like a special animation for it. The very best Pokeball with the ultimate level of performance. With it, you will catch any wild Pokemon without fail. We all probably know a Master Ball from the old days, right? So there you go. Again, like I would have, I don't know, I expected even a little bit more fanfare, but maybe that was enough. But like he's just talking about Cosmog, Cosmoem. He's going to finish out that script and we'll get the 6 out of 6 page for our special research. It's just done. I did just want to show in one moment, took a stop on by to Pokeminers. As you see the 6 out of 6 rewards, I just will say on their Twitter page, they do have the video of the Master Ball animation, so we can actually watch what that looks like, so I don't even have to waste my Master Ball. That's great. So thank you guys. Yes, they catch a Rowlet with this thing. I can't wait to see what people waste their Master Ball on, right? And so the animation plays right when you throw the ball, so that means like even if you theoretically would have missed or something, like you could just throw it way out to the side and it'll just still play that animation. It's kind of like Pokemon Let's Go a little bit with their Master Ball animation, and you catch it. And so maybe this is just my opinion, but you guys can of course weigh in. I think Shadow Raids will be a little bit better when you actually have Mewtwo in there. Like that's gonna be the real appeal, right? So just go through, defeat some grunts, Team Go Rocket leaders, all that stuff, and you're gonna get Shadow Shards. So you see that right there. Here's what Professor Willow is gonna say to you. And so you just need to get 4 of these if you want to be able to use the gemstone or whatever. I feel like you don't even really need it, maybe until Shadow Mewtwo or something. Maybe just start getting it now and wait to use it for then. Now, because they seriously can't get by without some kind of glitch, look, this happened on one of my devices, so like my account seriously like stood there probably for about 15 to 30 seconds. It was somewhere in between that. And so anyway, here's what it's supposed to look like, because even when I got my 4th shard to put it into what he's now going to call Professor Willow there on the right, he says it's the Shard Refiner. And so that's where we can actually put it and purify it, I guess, give it purified energy to make that gem. It's the purified gem. So there we go. So you would actually use this in the Shadow Raid. And so after you see what Professor Willow said, you know, it does show up in your items right here. That's what it looks like. Clear gem, purifying, combining Shadow Shards. So here, why not? We're going to go ahead and take on Shadow Bayleaf, that raid. And so I'm just going on ahead and I'm going to use 2 devices, although one person did join the raid with us. So we had 3 people right here to take down this Shadow Bayleaf raid. I can assume it's about what you guys would expect. I mean, we haven't done the Shadow Bayleaf raid before, right? And so it's just, when I say what you can expect, it's pretty much what you can expect from reading and possibly having raided any kind of tier 3s before. 2 people could do this, but notice right here, as we've started this raid, you can't see it currently, but I guess they give you that option somewhat soon right here. You'll see that it shows up. Okay, so right here, it's at 162 on the clock right there. I'm assuming that it's at like a point, probably where you've taken down about 1/4 of the HP, or just like, it's when the game is deeming like it's okay to try to subdue this Pokemon. And so you notice there is that like aura on it, you know, it was in the bottom left was where we selected to use it. So that's where you're going to use your Purified Gem. And look at that. Again, I didn't really notice it getting particularly that much easier. It's sort of an easy raid to begin with, for the most part, like not a tier 1, but you know. So for the purposes of this video, I think we'll just go ahead and let's fast forward just a little bit, or like cut away towards closer to the end. So yeah, like I say, it's got that aura all over it and everything, but notice when we're just getting pretty close to KOing this raid and finishing that off, notice what happened. You can see that the aura is gone. I think it's actually a time-based thing, so you could probably win the raid before the aura's gone, right? That's just my speculation. I'm not actually positive, but yeah, it shrinks down kind of like a normal raid, but obviously then you catch the shadow Pokemon. I showed you it earlier with the Machop. Just gotta reiterate, even after doing the Purified Gem stuff like this, it's pretty underwhelming, so I think just wait till Shadow Mewtwo unless you want some of these shadow Pokemon. But that is our preview. Please check out another video, and thanks for viewing.